It's that time again where I go ahead and critique your logo design and just general design projects over at my subreddit, which now we have got over 1,600 members. Let's try and get it to 2,000 members. I would love that. I just want to thank Pork Bun for sponsoring this video. I've already done one of these videos recently, so I'm going to be looking at the top of this week, the highest upvoted ones of this week. So let's look at the first one. My first branding project on Behance. So this is for a dental office. Very cool. On the subreddit, you didn't really give much information, as I can see here. I mean, it looks cool in itself, but I don't understand. So I'm going to look through this a little bit more. First impressions, I think you presented it really, really well. I kind of like what you've done. You've shown like the imagery of where the logo inspiration is for. Yeah, so at first it didn't look like a dentist logo, and that could just be cultural because in the UK, our dentists, are generally NHS. We have private dentists, but they all look kind of similar. So the way that we look at dentistry brands is probably different. But I love the thought and the way that you've produced this and presented it to me through Behance. Ooh, you've even got this little animation happening. So you're showing us the logo construction within the grids, which is very nice. I like the idea. You've shown the sketches, very good part of the process. Stuff like this, when you show the sketches and the processes throughout what you're doing, can really help with the client understanding your process and therefore gaining trust. So they know that you're not just stealing something online and bringing it to them and, they have to have the risk of that. No, here we can see the actual construction, and you've done a very good job putting this together, and there's a lot of time that's gone into this portfolio. The color palette's very generic, which I can't complain too much because it is it is what it is. It's a dentistry company.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
There's one thing, and there's the kerning issues that I'm seeing here. So the F and the E need to be closer. The R are way too close together. There's a lot of kerning issues here, and it's also bad when you look at it on the white, the inverted color space, the white here. But the problem that you're having there is designers won't like that. Also, the way that it's composed means that the icon is really big. It's really big and thick. Those lines within those icons should be consistent with the weight of your typeface. I like the mock-ups you're showing here. This is really cool. Things like this is what clients want to see. If you wanted to work with a dentist and you've done this maybe as a passion project, or maybe this is a real project, then other dentists are going to see the work that you've done and will want to work with you on it because you're showing how the logo works. Even on Instagram, that's very good. I like that mock-up. I even like this mock-up as well. Works really nicely. Dude, this is like really big. This is probably the biggest project I've seen on Reddit because you linked me to a Behance post. Well, I'm going to have to give you something for this, so yes, I'm going to give you an award. What shall I give you? Shall I give a gold award? Yeah, I will. I need to buy more coins. We've got 1,300 coins, so I'm going to have to be a bit stingier. Before I get into the next part of the video, I just want to thank Pork Bun again for sponsoring this video. If you look at my website, which is linked down below, you can see it's willpaterson.design, and that speaks better for my brand than .com or any other subdomain. Instead of willpaterson.com or .co.uk or .org, I chose willpaterson.design from Pork Bun, and I've been using it for years now. And the best thing about this sponsored video, this one specifically, is that you all get a free .design domain when you click the link down below in the description. You can easily put this onto your Squarespace website as well. It's super easy. You can take a look at mine right now. This is my Squarespace website with the .design domain. Your free .design domain comes with the Whois privacy, a free hosting trial, and a free email trial, which is pretty good. So click the link down below in the description to get your free .design domain, or use the coupon willpatersondesign. Okay, on to the next one. This is from Hughes Brand Co, and this was one day ago. 33 upvotes in one day is pretty insane. Fancy meets butchery. First impressions of this is I love the typeface that you've used. It is super fun and playful, which is nice to have. Butchers and like local shops, even if this is going to be a franchise or something, you want something more fun, and that can stand you out in the competition. Again, you're showing the process here, and the context is right there within the logo as well. I like that idea up there. These drawings are pretty cool to see, the behind the process. I love the icon. I love the typography. So this is again something that I tell people to do a lot of the time when they're presenting logos. even to clients, to make it super simple for people to understand the concept, which is break it down. So fancy meats. Fancy, you got a little bow tie symbolism for fancy, which is good. It's quite playful as well. Butcher cleese for, obviously being a butcher, and the black Angus beef, so you got a cow. 3 things that you could use as logos. You've put them together in a really simplistic composition to create this. And this is unreal too. It looks amazing on the packaging, having your brand up there, showing the butcher how the brand will work throughout, will really solidify their choice in choosing your design. Mock-ups are so underrated nowadays, and using appropriate and specific industry mock-ups for that client is going to save you a lot of time and money, because you're able to show someone the thought process behind it and how it will be used without having to print anything. Even the hats, very nice. People working in the butchers will be using the hats. I think you've done a really good one here. I guess this is one of my favorite ones as well, just because it's so playful, fun. You've used the red in there. Butchers, the color for butchers for me is red. I would have always chosen that. The typography is great. I think there's a few issues with the C and the Y, and the A and the F. There's a few things in there that I would change just because of the negative space inside the A. I'd like to see that a bit, larger, the negative space, so we have that that clarity when it's small. If we have a look here, when it's quite small, it's kind of hard to see. They just look like tiny pixel dots there when they're small, but overall looks great. I love the icon, I love the design. It's very symmetrical and a great composition, and you're gonna get a reward. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I keep forgetting to say it at the start of each video, but yeah, subscribe, press the notifications bell down below so you never miss a video, and it will buzz your phone in your pocket when I upload a new one. The next one is Entrepreneurlo, and it's got 31 upvotes, and it's Satoon Builders. This looks interesting. Let's have a look. This is a logo for a construction company. The word Satoon means pillar in Urdu. I hope you find this logo attractive. I mean, so far it looks great. The first impressions, I love the color choice. I think the actual pillar there is very nicely done. You've simplified it into an icon that works well with the typography. Something that I also do like, which might be controversial, is the typeface choice. And also, the kerning needs a little bit of help there between the U and the I, but the typography, the font choice itself is very, with the serifs, it's very appropriate, and I don't know why. I probably can't put it into words, but with builders like this, when it's like an upper class builders with an icon like this, having serifs shows more blockiness, which is more builderness. It just seems highly appropriate. The icon itself works really nice. You've got straight edges with rounded corners for the pillars, which show the sort of aged pillars and the roundness on the edges of them. And I love the fact that it can be used with just the icon or the full logo type in there. And again, you've given us some mock-ups there. Stationary mock-ups look really good. Something that you could do to make it a bit more industry specific is give some mock-ups of tools that you use. I don't know, hammer and chisel. I don't think people work with hammers and chisels anymore, but maybe having something like that with the logo on it to be more industry specific, or even a van, because a lot of these buildings will have vans. So having a mock-up of a van that you can use to put the logo on to see what it looks like, because that is what the audience, their customers are going to be looking at. The next one is Vault. First impressions, very, very simplistic with just a straight red background, sort of crimson, with a very, very simplistic design. The V, A, and U all look nice. Everything is kerned correctly. It fits, I've got to say, perfectly. The word choice is there. You've got the right negative space in each one, and it's as simple as you can get, yet very functional. The logo is very simple and clean looking, can be used on every type of clothes. Icon is a combination from there, is in the name. The font is custom made. Great. I'm not sure about that icon. I've got to be honest with you. I think you don't need one. You don't need an icon. The icon should just be the VA together. That would work, or even a V, or just a Vault. I think the Vault would work really well just by itself. The color choices are nice. They're sort of crimson. Again, I'd like to see more context around it, better mock-ups. I'd like to see someone wearing it and modeling the clothes that you've got. That'll be my thing. And the next one is this It's spooky. It's a logo design concept for an app or website that connects designers together and shares ideas anonymously. Very cool idea. So I don't know why it's called spooky, but there you go. First impressions of the logo, very nice, playful. I love the style of the playfulness that you've got in there with the two O's with the ghost. Very nice. I love the yellow as well. Like the color, the bright color yellow reminds me of Snapchat. So obviously a lot of people are going to be looking at this as, oh, it's like Snapchat with the, you know, the ghost in there. But I'm starting to see a lot of like apps and websites that have less of a professional feel, but more of a fun feeling, which is nice. That mock-up there is pretty cool. I would like to know where you got that from. It looks really 3D and modern. That mock-up there is unreal too. Overall, there's not a lot about the app in there, but the logo itself, you know, I like the look of it. It looks like a clothing logo, and I think it would work great as like an apparel line logo. You can have it on a hat or on your shirt or something. Very playful. I think the target age range is too low. I think it would be about 7 to 15 years of age. No, less than that. 7 to like 12. So when trying to get professional designers to do something, you know, they're going to be looking at that design a lot. So when it's for designers and creatives to share ideas anonymously, got to look at the age range of that, but very well done. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to press that red subscribe button as always, and let me know your thoughts on these logos down in the comments below. If you want to join the subreddit, the link is also in the description. I'll try and put it in the comments as well. It's been a pleasure. If you have a logo that you want me to critique or any video ideas, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.